Hey guys, it's Alessia Cara, and this is the playlist of my life. The first one that I chose was Viva La Vida by Coldplay. This song is kind of the first song I've ever seen make anybody cry. I caught my mom dancing to this and crying, and I was like, whoa, Mom, why are you crying? And she's like, I don't know, something about this song just makes me happy. It makes me think of my family, and that's when it kind of clicked that music can make you cry. Happy tears, sad tears, and that music had an effect on you. The actual title of the song is based on a Frida Kahlo painting. I love Frida Kahlo, I love Coldplay, so it kind of tied everything together. As soon as you hear the initial dun, 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 it's so cool, and everything about Coldplay is beautiful. Second one is Come Clean by Hilary Duff. I loved Hilary Duff growing up. This is actually the first album I ever owned, and this is one of my favorite songs. She just looked so cool in the music video with rain falling all over her outside of her house, and she was just letting out all her teen angst. Let the rain fall down, I'm coming clean. Whatever 7-year-old angst I had was released through singing this song. When she says, let the rain fall down and wake my dreams. Let it wash away my sanity, because I want to feel the thunder, I want to scream. That was the best part for me. Tears Dry on Their Own by Amy Winehouse, who is my favorite artist, or one of my favorite artists of all time. She's my idol. I saw someone who kind of looked like me with her curly hair, just wasn't perfect, and she just sang, and she sang so beautifully, and she wrote such beautiful music, beautiful lyrics. She's really, really inspiring. It's a song about the end of a relationship, but I always take it as the end of a bad time and the initiation of a healing process. Like the line where she says, he walks away, the sun goes down, he takes the day, but I'm grown, but in your gray, in this blue shade, my tears dry on their own. My tears dry on their own. Amy is known for a lot of her sad songs, but it's also very happy. It feels like a triumph at the end of it, and it feels just really, really colorful. The next one is LAF by Broods. Broods is one of my favorite bands. It's a brother and sister duo. They just have such beautiful, explosive, electronic, but pop songs, and it reminds me of that period in high school, just listening to it over and over and over. And I did a cover of it on YouTube years ago. I just got my first iPhone that had slow-mo on it, so I really took advantage. And I never wanna be the one you forget. It's chill in the verses, and then it has this giant, explosive, colorful, beautiful chorus, and it feels nice. The next song I chose is called The Bird by an amazing, amazing artist named Anderson .Paak. This song reminds me of the early days of my career and kind of being in different hotel rooms and traveling the world and waking up in strange places. I'd always play this song consistently over that period of time, and it was my way of just having something familiar to listen to every time I was in a different place. Now every time I hear it, I think of those times. I think of the earlier days of my career, just kind of being a wide-eyed, confused person, which I still am, but even more so than now.
A bird with a word came to me, the sweetness of a honeycomb tree.
This song's really, really soulful. It sounds like he's singing to himself on a porch almost. He's just stream of consciousness, just singing. He's not trying too hard, but it sounds so beautiful. This song is called Real Love by Big Thief. Someone who ended up being a really important person in my life showed me this band, so every time I hear them, I just think of that person. This song came about during a time that was really transitional, and during a time where a really big shift in my life happened that I'm really grateful for. And this band is just beautiful, and this song is so heart-wrenching. The lyrics are, real love makes your lungs black, real love is a heart attack. Real love makes your lungs black. Real love is a heart attack. So true, that love where it just feels like you're dying, and you can apply that to so many different forms of love, I think, in a way. So the song's just really, really beautiful. Stop This Train by John Mayer. I heard this song years and years ago as a kid, but it wasn't until I heard it in my adult life that I realized how important of a song it is and how true and emotional of a song it is. It talks about basically the course of life and how you can never stop it. And I have a lot of anxiety about that. I think about my parents getting older and people around me and just the uncertainty of when everyone's time is going to come and what happens afterwards and how short life is. It reminds me to enjoy life a little bit more.
Stop this train, I wanna get off.
It's an all-acoustic song, very, very beautiful, like finger-picked, and then, of course, John Mayer's beautiful voice just comes in. And he uses the metaphor of a train to talk about life. It's just one way forward, and you can't really stop it or get off.
Honestly, won't someone stop this train?
Fake Happy by Paramore. Paramore is one of my favorite bands ever. I listened to them since I was a kid. I'm still a kid, but you know. Haley is singing about the idea that although she feels sad and finds it hard to smile some days, she knows that everyone else in the room is probably doing the same. And that concept is obviously a very sad one, but in a way, it's kind of comforting too, because you know that everyone goes through things and that everyone has to kind of fake a smile sometimes or all the time, depending on what you're going through. And that's comforting.
Everybody here is fake happy too.
Her voice is amazing. She just punches in on certain lines that she really wants you to feel, I think. And it conveys it so well. Like, there's certain lines in here that just kind of feel like she's saying something, or like she is angsty, like, you know, about that feeling of just, I don't want to pretend to be happy anymore. And then the chorus, again, is just like huge, and she's just singing her heart out, and I love her voice. These are some of my favorite songs in the world, and they're all very different from each other. I guess I'm a pretty angsty person looking at all of the content of all of these lyrics. I use music for comfort, which is probably why. You know, everything I listen to or gravitate towards is very nostalgic. For me, music is like escapism. I know that sounds very cheesy, but I guess that's why a lot of the stuff in here feels that way. I think I have good taste in music. These are all really good songs that everybody should listen to. If you trust me, listen.